Hello, Daniel Yuck here. Thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate you. In today's video, I want to share with you all this new resource that I created for you all called the Tattoo Journal. I will leave links for you in the description below so you can check out this resource on your end. This is my first book that I brought for you all. I am going to be bringing more, so be sure to be checking out my store. Should you have any questions about anything that you see throughout this video, I'm going to encourage you to drop a comment down below. I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring that bell for me, as I'm going to be bringing more videos like this for you all. I do have social medias under the same name as this YouTube channel. I would truly appreciate the support over there as well. If you enjoy my content and find my channel helpful, consider becoming a Patreon or sending over a super thanks, as I would truly appreciate your support. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive straight on into this. This right here is my first book that I created, and it is called the Tattoo Journal Volume 1 Lining Exercises. Off the bat, you can see that this is the proof version. When you decide to pick up a version on your end, it is not going to have this line right here. This is only for me. This is for the proof version. I was so excited about this book that I just decided to shoot the overview and review right now, rather than wait for the official version without this. However, I just wanted to confirm and let you all know, when you pick this up on your end, it's not going to have this black bar that you see right here. This right here is a lining journal. We can use this journal right here to line with a pen or a pencil and practice our lining before we ever get into actually tattooing. For those who have been with me throughout my entire journey, this is how I started. I started with a simple composition notebook, and I would simply line from right to left all live long day, and then I used that to figure out my stability, to figure out how I can pull smooth, consistent flows, and to figure out how I can pull longer lines. So that's the reason why I chose to dive into a notebook before I ever got any tattoo gear, was so that way I could already begin and start developing. This right here is far better than a composition notebook or any spiral that we can get. There are multiple exercises, and I'm going to flip through the pages to kind of show you here what you can expect. There are over 100 tips and tricks and short stories that I implemented onto each page exercise along the way, and there also is a certificate of completion at the end when you're done. This book right here does contain 7,550 lines to create to get the certificate, and there's also another 944 bonus lines as well that are included within the tattoo journal. Let me show you the tattoo journal close up here, so that way you can take a look at it. And again, by Daniel Yuck, the Tattoo Journal Volume 1 Lining Exercises. I am very proud of this, and I'm very proud of how it came out. These are the graphics right here. And again, just to confirm one last time, when you invest into the tattoo journal, you're not going to have this line right here. So that is the front. Here we have the side, and then we have the back, and that line right here is just for my proof version. And these are all of the exercise. These are actually the bonus exercises right here, and that is the certificate of completion right there. And then here are different lining exercises, so you can see these points start from here to here, and then they do change over the pages as well, giving us different ways to pull lines. So these exercises do vary in terms of line pulling directions and even just shapes in general. There are a variety of different lines. As you can see, there's some more wild lines right here that we can practice. Here is the beginning right here. So you can see this starts off as a standard composition notebook. Right to left, you can see it does have the A to B right here. Here are the tips and tricks and short stories up top. And each page has that besides the bonus pages. But you can see it does have A and then to B, so that way you can practice your lining from A to B. And then as you advance throughout the book, it'll start having you pay attention to the detail as the A and B's are removed, and then you just go by the circle and arrow here. So therefore we have to pay attention to detail a little bit more, but you can get the idea. When we go throughout the book, it advances a little bit more. And these are all dotted lines right here. So they are light dotted lines, so when you go over them, it's not going to be hard at all to see your lines. I'll actually demonstrate some lines here with you all in a bit. But this is the tattoo journal's insides right here. It's going to be a great investment for those who are looking to get into tattooing. But not only that, not only can it be used by beginners, this can be used by professional artists already. If you're just wanting to better your lines and maybe even develop new techniques and or ways to apply lines, this right here would be a good way to go and invest into, so that way you can get to practicing on pen and paper. You can see the book itself is actually a pretty nice sized book. It's far larger than my hand. It's probably two of my hands like this right here, so it's not a small book, and it does have a lot to offer. Also keep in mind that we can carry this anywhere we'd like, and we can practice on the go. All we need is a pen, pencil, and this tattoo journal to get to practicing. Here's another angle. I want to demonstrate how we would go about using the tattoo journal. You can see at the top of the page there is a tip, and there are these tips and tricks and short stories on each and every page that you go through besides the bonus pages. I just wanted to confirm that for you yet again. I do feel like practicing this sort of repetitive exercises over and over and over again does give us the upper hand when it comes to tattooing. For me personally, I'm grateful that I started doing these lines exactly as I'm demonstrating right here prior to ever picking up a tattoo machine. I feel like that was able to help me develop a comfortable holding position, posture, and style earlier on, so therefore I was able to progress a lot quicker within tattooing. Don't underestimate these repetitive exercises right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin finding a comfortable position, and then I'm going to begin to pull a line right here. So that wasn't really comfortable for me. I'm going to start at the A point, and then I'm going to make my way to the B as best as I can, creating one single consistent line to the best of my ability. I have to taper out there because I won't be able to pull the entire line all the way through. So I'm going to taper out a little bit. Change the lighting so that way you can see, and then I'm going to taper back in as best as I can, and I'm going to remain on the dotted line as best as I can. I have to adjust my entire position, the way that I'm holding my pin as well, and you can even get a grip and wrap it around your pin to mimic a tattoo machine. But you can see this is the idea. This is how we would go about using the tattoo journal. I'm not going for perfection, I'm just going for applying this line to the best of my ability. Here's a tip. I put a piece of adhesive wrap on the pin itself, so that way the napkin doesn't slide up and down. I just wrap the napkin around, and you can see it's not even perfect. And then I'm going to grab my adhesive wrap and then tightly wrap it around the napkin, so that way I can have a bigger grip here to kind of mimic a tattoo machine, so to speak. And I think that this would be a cool way to practice as well. Still easy to carry, still on the go practice. As you can see, I have a grip around my pin now. From here, I would just continue to keep practicing my A to B. And the reason why it's A to B is because whenever we are actually tattooing, me personally, I like to envision my A to B, identify where my lines are at, so that way I know where I'm going throughout the entire tattoo. And they are light dotted lines, so we are able to see the work that we are doing, able to see all of our imperfections. One thing that I'm noticing is when I taper out, I tend to taper out with a little right hook right here, you can see. So that's one thing that I'm identifying right now that I could fix and adjust and better, so that way I don't do that on actual tattoos. I was moving a little bit too fast there, so when I slow it down, I'm able to control the line a little bit better. Keep in mind, I'm not going for perfection, not by any means. If I start going for perfection, then I'll really never make any moves, because then I'll be too afraid to mess up. So what I am trying to do is do the best of my ability and nothing more. I'm gonna repeat that process over and over and over until we kind of complete these pages here. And this is the idea of the tattoo journal. I also feel like this can be great for warming up. So if you're already a tattoo artist, you can use the tattoo journal as a way to warm up before your clients come in. Or you can use it as a way just to test yourself on paper to see how stable you can get and how stable you can be when pulling different lines in different directions. Try different holding styles and postures as well. So instead of holding it this way for me, I'm going to hold it this way. And then I'm going to see how good I can do here. As you can see, when I move a little fast, I lose control over the stability of the line. But when I slow down, I'm able to control more. One thing that I am noticing is as well as my glove, when it rubs on the paper, it makes me move in a direction that I don't want to. So these are all little things that I'm going to have to learn how to problem solve, and these are good to learn how to problem solve right now, as opposed to doing this on a human skin and causing all of these hiccups here. So right now, practicing my problem solving skills, practicing how to pull a clean line without applying too much pressure right here. And I'm also learning about different holding styles and postures and ways that I am personally not comfortable with. You can see when I'm moving in this direction, it's a lot more friction for me. You can see that I'm wobbling a lot more, moving outside the lines a bit more, and all of that in this direction. So that tells me that this position and this specific way that I'm pulling these lines may not be the best approach for me specific. So therefore I'll have to adjust, find something more suitable that produces better results. So keep in mind, that is the idea of the tattoo journal. These are repetitive exercises to help us build and establish that muscle memory, so that way we can really get better at our holding posture, pulling cleaner lines, not really depending so much on our hand. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. There's so much that we can gain from and benefit from practicing these simple exercises right here. And that rule of thumb, the concept is going to apply to every single page. You're going to notice as we advance more into the book here, we have more lines. However, the A and B's went away. Now we're going to really have to pay attention to detail. So for example, right here, I've identified my A and my B. So therefore I can now pull my line clean with confidence to the best of my ability. So I'm going to find my comfortable posture, position, and then I'm just going to try my best. I'm not going for perfection. I'm just trying to pull a clean line as clean as I can. And then I will simply repeat that over and over and over. And putting in this time is definitely going to make a difference, and it's definitely going to impact our tattooing. I need a little work on these hooks right here. Feel free to use any size pin that you'd like, any marker that you'd like, any pencil that you'd like. Just be mindful of the ink. If you choose to use ink, make sure it doesn't bleed through, because then you won't be able to do these exercises comfortably. I would recommend using a big pen, and this ink really doesn't leak through at all. So I would recommend going with something like this. And I'm just going to repeat this process until I am satisfied for today's session. That right there is the tattoo journal. It is a more updated, a more advanced way to practice lining before tattooing, or just to practice if we're already tattooing for development purposes. This is a great tool to have within our arsenal for any tattoo artist of any caliber. If you have any questions at all, I'm going to highly encourage you to drop a comment down below, and I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring that bell for me, as I'm going to be bringing more videos like this for you all. I do also have social medias under the same name as my YouTube channel at Daniel Yuck. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I would truly appreciate the support over there as well. If you enjoy my channel and find my content helpful, consider becoming a Patreon or sending over a super thanks, as I would truly appreciate your support. I will also leave links for you for the tattoo journal in the description below, so you can check this resource out on your end. With that being said, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Have a great day.